Hello. Um, so I was planning on taking a shower, putting on some makeup, and making myself presentable, and waiting for the heater to turn off before doing this video. And then I realized that a lot of what's been holding me up in what I've been trying to do is waiting. Keep waiting for the kids to go to bed, or I wait for the holidays to be over, or I wait for the new year, or I wait for, I don't know, the cat to stop using the couch as a scratching post. Whatever. And that's not really working for me anymore. I discovered this last November through NaNoWriMo that I can type much faster and better than I thought that I could. And that's really made me evaluate things. So I am, up to now, I've thought of myself as an editor and a writing coach, because that's just what I always have been. That's what I've always done. And today I started thinking something that I haven't thought for a long time. I started thinking, maybe I'm a writer. It's scary. And I know, most people flip-flop that. They begin as a writer, and then they flip to writing coach and an editor. And I know that there are going to be tons of people, all two of you watching this, maybe. Okay, assuming that this ever gets multiple views, there's going to be people that hear that and think, you can't be an editor or a writing coach without having written a book. And I'm here to tell you that's just not true. Knowing how to write a book and doing it are very different skills. Kind of like striking from your vocabulary. That's my daughter. So, there it is again. I'll work on that, I promise. So, what I noticed in the last year, so about a year and a half ago or so, probably not even that actually, I started, I sat down and decided, all right, my daughter is getting older. She was in her early 3s, and I was like, man, what do I want my life to look like in 5 years? And I sat down in a coffee house because I happened to have a minute to do so, with a notebook and my pen, and you can't see it, but I'm talking with my hands a lot. It's over here off to the side. And I thought about it and went, gosh, when my daughter starts kindergarten, the expectation from me for me is that I get a real job, as though being a stay-at-home parent isn't a real job. It totally is. If you ever need someone to back you up on that, let me know. I'm on it. So I started looking at it and thought, man, I don't want, if I do that, I'm not going to achieve any of my dreams until my kids are out of the house, until retirement. Like, at that point, it just becomes such a daunting task. Because I tried that. I tried doing the writing and all of that before, when I didn't even have kids, and couldn't manage to do it. I just didn't do it for whatever reason. And I could go back and kick myself every single moment that I could have been writing, and covered my ears every time I heard someone say, oh, that's not a real thing, that's not really what you do. Because now I'm in my 30s. Growing up, one of my idols was Mary Shelley, and she wrote Frankenstein and published it by the time she was 18, I think. So I'm a little far off from living up to the people that I respect the most from growing up. So I looked at it and I decided at that point I didn't like I had a book kind of in my mind. It hadn't really totally formulated yet. It was more characters, which is more than I had had for a long time. I've had I hate using the term, I really do, but I've had something like writer's block for like a decade. It's insane and crazy and dumb. I hate it. So I sat down and was still in this like emotionally fragile place that I didn't recognize was an emotionally fragile place, but it like as of today I get it. I totally see how emotionally fragile I was. And I wrote down, okay, my 5-year plan. What's it gonna be? What's my goal? And I decided, all right, in 5 years I want to be a completely legitimate book editor and writing coach. Like by that I mean I want to feel legitimate, because something that I've learned over the last year. I've learned so much over the last year. Oh my gosh. One of the things that I've learned over the last year is that the people in my life see me as legitimate. The people that matter to me, they don't even question whether I can do the things that I want to do. It's not even, it's just oh, okay, well, go do it then. And that, for me, that hadn't really clicked until the last few months. And that's really, really freeing when you realize that people aren't rooting against you, that the world isn't rooting against you, that really people are out there like, yeah, do it, write something amazing. And people aren't out there like readers aren't out there going, man, okay, what's my next bad book gonna be? They're out there like, all right, I want to read a good book. Hi.
Mom. I done something wrong.
Oh, you did something wrong? What did you do?
It's something out in the living room.
Something out in the living room?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me?
Come.
Let's go find out what my daughter did wrong. And I'm going to keep this going because this is how life is. I'm going to often sit down to do a video and it's going to get interrupted. That's just all there is to it. I'm not going to show you my living room because the holidays just happened and it's a disaster. It's more of a disaster than my face. All right, so, excuse me. What did you do? Oh, you just got out of your videos? Okay, do you want help getting back in?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what she did. We've got our screen, and she watches YouTube videos. Okay, so you got in there. We're just going to hit home. And come down here. We're going to go like that. And,
Horsey!
home. Alright. You want horsey? Oh, you're on a horsey. You want this one?
Horsey. No. No. No.
You are at the end of the line of your recommendeds. Our recommendeds. This is really like both of ours. So like there's stuff about editing and writing in here. Like Ellen Brock. If you're not familiar with Ellen Brock, watch her stuff. Period. Okay. I'll let my daughter have the remote back. She's gonna pick some random thing in whatever language that is. Alright, fair enough. Alright, so, yes, I'm totally that parent that lets my daughter watch YouTube videos, because when she was not even 2, not quite 2, there was a Valentine's Day where we had M&Ms, and she said that she wanted the pink one. She was not even 2, and she knew red, pink, and white, we discovered. And that's, that wasn't because of anything that I did. And so I just sort of let the YouTube thing ride, and wanted to see where it went. Because, of course, I work with her. Oh my goodness. I'm apparently tired. I shouldn't be tired. Yeah, so I'm just letting it ride and seeing where it goes, because now she's 3. She won't be 4 for quite a while yet, and she recognizes most of her numbers. She knows all of her colors, including like violet and indigo, which I didn't even know those. Okay, I didn't know indigo till I was like an adult, in spite of what's her face, Rainbow Bright. Yeah. Okay, so I sat down to write my list and decided that I wanted to be a legitimate editor and writing coach, and what that meant was taking classes and getting certifications to reinforce what I already knew and to build on what I know, because there is no end to learning. If there is anything that I have learned in the last year, it is that even if you think you know everything that there is to know, you don't. Period. That's just all there is to it. And that definitely goes for writing and editing and coaching others. There are so many facets to each one of those that you don't realize until you're actually either doing it and you realize, oh shoot, I don't know what to do with that. Or you're just sort of, passively learning. Like I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And okay, I don't watch as many as I want to be honest, because I have a daughter and a son and a life. And but I watch as many as I can. I spent a good chunk of today just watching YouTube videos. I watched a lot of Jenna Morassi, which is another one that if you don't know who she is or haven't watched her videos, you need to. Chances are you have, because there is no way that you've encountered my video before you've encountered her videos. She's funny, and she is chock full of information that is just useful, period. So good, so good. Yeah. So I decided to start this video because I just wanted to get something out there, just do something, and in all its rawness, which is why you get to see me in my sweater, and my knot makeup, and my crazy hair. I threw this into a little bun hair. I don't know a lot about what I'm doing yet when it comes to building a platform and all of that, but I know more than most people who start building platform. So there's that. Woodstock says hi. I'm in my son's room right now because it gets the best light and doesn't have anything weird going on. Like, I've got dinosaur curtains. He's 8 going on 40. So I'm just kind of getting things going. And as of today, I've declared I'm a writer. And it's so, oh yeah. Kids make the thought processes weird, so you don't always remember where you were going with a thing. I think what my end thing with this is that I was watching some writing videos and started thinking, I need to sit down and actually write my novel, and I came to some realizations about my novel itself. Between the lines, there's a lot of obscurity. I'm not inclined to resign. So that's my mom calling, which means I should probably call her back. I'm gonna finish this thought though. Gosh, what was it? This is how life is for a writer. I think that's what I'm going to do with this. I'll edit when it's logical and reasonable, but I'm not going to edit out those sorts of things. The interruptions from the kids, the interruptions from my mom. It just rang again. She's probably calling to tell me that she got an appointment. Between the lines, there's a lot of obscurity.